Today, we have a lot of people writing in from different parts of the world with problems involving the health of their lungs. You could have COPD, which is your lung condition, where your chronic pulmonary tracts are basically blocked and you can't breathe freely. You have asthma, you have bronchitis, you have pneumonia, and sometimes you even have just a really bad viral and a flu where you feel clogged up all the time, heavy breathing. You have a lot of mucus in your phlegm and in your spit. So I'm going to talk to you about NAC. This is N-Acetylcysteine. It is a supplement that is derived from the amino acid cysteine. But you don't have to jump on to supplements right away. We can get this from even foods. And of course, when you have an advanced stage of COPD or you're struggling with these lung conditions, that's where you speak to your doctor and you get permission to take the supplement form of N-Acetylcysteine. And that really works to clear up your airways along with the medication that you may be on. But always do that, especially with doctor's permission or your functional medicine or your nutritionist's permission, because sometimes if you're on certain medications, you don't want them interfering with one another. So let's start talking about NAC. So basically, NAC or N-Acetylcysteine is a precursor to something that you have all heard of, glutathione. A lot of glutathiones being used today to promote weight loss, liver health, the whitening or the brightening of skin. Glutathione is one of the most powerful antioxidants produced in the human body. Why do we need antioxidants? To reduce inflammation, to basically neutralize free radicals that can create more inflammation in the human body. If we have more inflammation, we have more problems, we have more disease, we have more inflammatory diseases. So when we eat foods which are rich in antioxidants, we get all of these free radicals from junk food, from processed food, from toxins in the air, from pollution. It's in our food. It's everywhere. And that's why we need to have foods which are rich in antioxidants to bring down inflammation or neutralize free radicals. So we're going to talk about the sources of that, but glutathione, NAC is the precursor to it. So if we're eating the right foods, we are able to generate more glutathione in your diet naturally. A lot of people come to us, and I'll speak specifically about India. There's this thing where a lot of Indians, men and women, they don't like their brown skin color. A lot of Indians are proud of their brown skin color, and a lot of them are not. So then you have businesses that emerge all over with glutathione injections that promise you to become fairer and brighter and whiter. All of that doesn't really work. What we need to understand that glutathione can be used. It's used medically. It's used nutritionally when people are going through liver problems. You have a compromised liver where you cannot process or make glutathione. Then you need to take it through a supplement, through an IV. But you got to use it for the right reasons. So it's a natural antioxidant. That's why a lot of fatty liver patients with a grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, or a cirrhotic liver lose the ability not just to clean toxins out of the body, but even produce and utilize glutathione, which is why that produces more and more inflammation. This is the amazing human body. We produce everything we need to combat inflammation. But when inflammation gets too much, that's when we have to start looking outside of the body to eat more foods that can produce the right amount of glutathione. So N-acetylcysteine is a precursor to glutathione. Now coming to the lungs, it's got mucolytic properties. What does mucolytic properties mean? It breaks down mucus. You see, we all need mucus. If we don't have mucus in our bodies and our cells, we're going to have big, big problems. All of us need mucus, but too much of mucus is a huge problem. For young children, toddlers, senior citizens, adults, teenagers. So when you look at asthma, pneumonia, COPD, and all of these conditions, emphysema, interstitial lung disease, all of these weaken the lungs, and the lungs don't have the ability to manage mucus like it should. You have this mucus buildup, which causes more and more problems. Then unfortunately, the mucus buildup gets infected, and now you'll be put on antibiotics. And that makes you weaker, that messes up your gut, but you got to take it because you have a bacterial infection because you have too much of mucus. It blocks your airway passages, making breathing more and more difficult. So NAC in food form or supplement form can help you break down mucus. And that is why it is powerfully used. When we have our lung patients come to us compromised with these conditions or even lung cancers, we always work with the doctors to take permission to add an NAC supplement to their diet to give them that extra boost to break down mucus in their lungs. And it works like magic. Then it supports the liver, especially for people who have overdosed on Tylenol and painkillers and paracetamols and all of that stuff, because the more painkillers you take, like Tylenols and paracetamols and Dolos and all of that stuff, you take it when you need it. But if you take too much, it basically depletes glutathione from your liver. If we have less glutathione in our body, we have less NAC, N-Acetylcysteine. And so this actually makes it harder for your liver to work. So this can also help you when you have a compromised liver. Always keep your doctor in the loop if you're taking the supplement form. If you're eating the natural foods, you can go ahead and do that. This is my favorite research because I was recently at an addiction center in Switzerland speaking to psychiatrists and psychologists, and we were talking about how nutrition works with depression, nutrition works with schizophrenia and bipolar conditions and all of that stuff. And they spoke about NAC being used as a supplement and food form for cognitive and psychiatric disorders as well. And it works like magic again. It's not going to take away your problem, but it helps you with your imbalance of dopamine and serotonin. So again, if you're going to take NAC and you have this problem, you want to keep your psychiatrist in the loop if you are taking this. It's great for your immunity, and this is my favorite. We used to use a lot of NAC during COVID time where people had compromised immune systems, lungs that were clogged up with mucus and all of those respiratory issues. So NAC is also used as an immunomodulator, which means it's great for your immune system. Coming to fertility, it improves fertility in women and men, women at a hormonal level and men, their sperm quality. A lot of men have problems with their sperm quality, making infertility more pronounced. So there are many, many things that you have to look at when it comes to the quality of your sperm, but N-acetylcysteine is something powerful that can be integrated into your lifestyle plan. Now let's talk about, should you just get onto Amazon and load up on the supplements? No, there are supplements, and you should take that under medical supervision or the supervision of your functional doctor or your nutritionist. But let's talk about the foods that are rich in cysteine. So if I'm eating these foods, my body can assimilate and extract cysteine for it to work in the way that we just spoke about. So if you're non-vegetarian, you're going to find them in eggs, the yolk and the white together. Not just the whites. You're going to find it in ethically sourced hormone-free milk, whether it's milk, whether it's cheese, whether it's yogurt. You're going to find N-acetylcysteine in these foods as well. You're going to find it, for vegetarians, you're going to find it in all of your legumes. So you're going to find it in your kidney beans and your garbanzo beans, your navy beans, your pinto beans, your black beans. For India, it's your rajma, your chana, all of your beans, all of your dried cowpeas. All of these are rich in N-acetylcysteine, and these are great foods for your liver, for your lungs, for your cognitive health, and everything that we just mentioned. Your cruciferous vegetables, so from your broccoli to your kale, to your cauliflower, to your cabbage, to your radish, in a cooked form, not a raw form, lightly steamed, cooked, grilled, sautéed. That's how you can get some of this cysteine into your system as well. It also supports glutathione synthesis. So that's why all cruciferous vegetables are great for your liver. They're great for your skin as well. Garlic in the raw form. Now, if you cannot have raw form, then you want to lightly steam the garlic, chop it in small bits, mix it with your food and have it. If you're having raw garlic, I suggest that you chop it into small bits, leave it out for about 2 minutes to expose it to oxygen so that the magic compound called allicin in the garlic gets activated. And then you don't have to chew it. You can swallow it with water if you want. If you like chewing it, you can choose raw garlic. Spinach is also great for you. So all of your green leafy vegetables, arugula and spinach, again, in a lightly steamed form or in a cooked form, that's going to be great for you. And of course, your high fatty food, which is avocados, are also great for you. So you see, these are simple foods. We don't have to have all of them. I can take one cruciferous vegetable, one green leafy vegetable. I can add some garlic to it. Onion is also great. Red onions, shallots, white onions are also fantastic for you. I'm just going through my list to see if I missed out anything. And yep, I knew I was missing something out. From the nut and seed family, we have walnuts, sunflower seeds, and flax seeds being the highest sources of cysteine. So you see, Whether you have kids suffering from these lung conditions or everything that we spoke to, or senior citizens, it's so easy to add any one of these food groups or two of these food groups. So we're supposed to have nuts and seeds every day. So maybe I'll take walnuts today, flax seeds tomorrow, day after sunflower seeds. If you're tolerant to dairy, I may have a cup of yogurt. I may have a glass of ethically sourced milk. I may have some cheese. Then if you're vegetarian, we spoke about your legumes. We spoke about nuts and seeds and spinach and leafy greens and onions and garlic. And if you're non-vegetarian, you're going to get it in eggs, chicken, beef, and fish. Turkey as well. So all of your lean meats have cysteine in. So this is something important for you to incorporate. And like I said, if you're really compromised, of course you should use the supplement. That's the whole idea of a supplement, to supplement a deficiency to help you when your problem is aggravated. But you want to take that under guidance for sure. Okay? Have a great evening, everyone. Have a great morning to people on the West Coast. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, breathe deep, and remember, you care is all about you.